A KRDO News Channel 13 investigation is getting results. New at 10 o'clock, questionable hiring practices where construction workers are shortchanged, and so are Colorado taxpayers.
Our own Stephanie Sierra spent months on construction sites across the Front Range, and tonight she shows us what she uncovered.
Well, Bart and Heather, when it comes to construction work, there are strict laws to make sure everyone is classified correctly so that the workers are protected and their taxes are properly withheld. Now, the state is allotted millions of dollars to investigate employment fraud, but our investigation uncovered a loophole in enforcement. Now, the state is taking action.
Morning.
5 months ago, we went to this Colorado Springs construction site. We followed all safety practices and were guided by members of the Carpenters Union, who have created an advocacy group called Criminal Colorado. It has filed 55 complaints with the Colorado Department of Labor and Employment about hiring and pay practices that allow subcontractors to take advantage of workers and at the same time fail to follow state and federal law.
How you guys doing? How you guys doing? Well,
we weren't there long until we ran into the site foreman.
Are you aware that you have a subcontractor utilizing a labor broker that's paying his employees under the table?
no comment.
This construction site has a general contractor with many subcontractors who hire workers to help complete everything from construction to electrical and plumbing work. The focus of our investigation is on one of them, this man, Edgar Montoya, owner of Master Drywall. This is video provided by one of Montoya's workers a few months ago. That's Montoya passing out envelopes to his workers at a job site in Denver. According to the worker, Montoya pays in both cash and check. Former employees claim Montoya pays in cash because he has misclassified them as independent contractors. This means no income, Social Security, or Medicare taxes are being withheld from their paychecks. They also aren't covered by workers' compensation and unemployment insurance, something crucial in a profession that's subject to many injuries.
¿Por quién trabaja usted?
One of Montoya's current employees, who we agreed to keep anonymous due to his fear of losing his job, says he and his co-workers were paid in cash for more than a year.
¿Cómo es que le paga Edgar Montoya a usted?
Cuando estábamos trabajando en las torres,
When we first started working at the towers, he paid us cash, but then there was a problem there. So then they started paying us in check.
Payday for these employees is usually every Friday. It's typically on site or where the sub lives, but we couldn't confirm what was exactly printed on those checks, so we showed up to see for ourselves. ¿Cómo te paguen?
It's a check.
Over the next couple weeks, we went to 6 different construction sites where Montoya's employees work alongside a number of other subcontractors.
¿Cómo te paguen?
Chicken. Just cash. Yeah, just checks.
By check?
Do you see deductions on those checks?
I'm not sure. I honestly don't know, but
I don't know anything about that.
I don't know.
News Channel 13 tracked down Edgar Montoya to ask him directly.
Are you Edgar Montoya?
Why?
I'm a reporter with KRDO News Channel 13. Are you a labor broker? Do you think you're taking advantage of your employees?
I don't want
We
to
hear
talk to
you're
you.
not
Thank
paying-
you. Have a good day.
We hear you're not paying overtime or taxes or workers' compensation. Do you have any comment?
After Montoya refused to answer our questions, we talked to Colorado labor attorney Jim Abrams, who specializes in worker misclassification cases.
It does not appear to be in conformance with our law, which would mean it's not legal.
But as we found out, the Colorado Department of Labor and Employment, or CDLE, doesn't do surprise inspections, which gives subcontractors like Montoya plenty of notice to prepare for audits. State Representative Alec Garnett says that's the problem.
I have been bringing this to CDLE's attention for the last 3 years, and nothing has been done.
So we went to the state agency required to enforce the law.
So I should just say, we found nothing that was fraudulent or illegal.
My question for the CDLE, the investigating agency, is don't you think it would be a viable thing to do to have these unannounced audits so you can have a better eye on the ground?
I would say that I'm not clear on exactly what you would want us to look at.
If you're giving a notice to these employers, hey, we're going to be coming onto your site, they could clean up their act.
We don't do it now because we don't have the resources to do it.
But we learned the agency receives $2.6 million to investigate employment fraud.
We're at a point now where we really have to force CDLE to do their job
And Governor Hickenlooper agrees change needs to happen.
It's unpatriotic, too. I mean, forget about it's against the law. Got it, right? But also by not withholding, you're stealing from other taxpayers.
What the governor means is taxpayers aren't receiving the benefits they're owed.
Since our investigation, Governor Hickenlooper started a task force looking into how to enforce stricter penalties for subcontractors who break the law. Now, Hickenlooper also appointed a new executive director to the Colorado Department of Labor and Employment back in March. We did request a follow-up interview with the agency, but they declined to comment further.
And Stephanie, did the CDLE meet directly with Representative Garnett?
Yes, they met back in March, but since this new executive order, it's unclear if Representative Garnett will also step in with legislation to require these unannounced inspections next year.
Stephanie, one more. Do we know where Montoya is now?
Well, we've since learned Montoya has moved to Texas, but still operates here in Colorado. He does periodically come back on paydays.